More than 20 million pets in the United States currently live in poverty, with many families struggling to afford and access veterinary care, food, and supplies. Joining us now to discuss this crisis and how the new More Than a Pet campaign is celebrating the human-animal bond is President and CEO of the Humane Society of the United States, Kitty Block. Welcome, Kitty.
Hello, thank you for having us today.
Of course. Introduce us to the little guy that you brought with us today.
So this is Flea, and he may do that at any moment. As I joke, he feels like he's worked enough this morning, so we'll have him hopefully for most of the interview. But we are very excited to be here and talk about this national crisis of pets in poverty.
Yes, of course. Well, he looks like just a sweetheart. So Kitty, what can you tell us about the More Than a Pet campaign?
More Than a Pet campaign is really about celebrating the animal-human bond. Keeping our pets together with our families is everything. We all know what that means. We all know about the unconditional love, the support, the companionship. But there are people in this country struggling in underserved communities where they're making hard choices between putting food on their table and getting healthy pet food. And so we want to be a solution to that problem.
Wonderful. Now, we touched briefly on the pet poverty crisis, but can you tell us more about this in the U.S. and how the Humane Society is addressing this?
So as you said, there's about 20 million pets in underserved communities. Like for human issues, there are food deserts in some places. Well, here, they're in a number of the underserved communities, they're vet deserts. And so what we do is we partner with a number of corporations, with companies, to provide necessary vital resources like food and leashes and medicine at no cost. And we work with our partners and shelters through our Pets for Life program, and we go door to door, getting people the resources they need, from cat litter to food to helping set up vet appointments. It's so important to help people do this and help them through this because, again, we all know, bye Flea, we all know what it means to be able to provide for our animals and how important that is to us.
You're absolutely right. Pets are our family, and so the work that you're doing is so impactful to keep them with us, Now, do you have any advice or suggestions for how our community, we can help just do our part to keep those pets with us?
It is so important in your community to take small steps. Small steps have such a big impact, and I don't think people realize this enough. If you're a pet parent and you have extra cans of food or an extra bag of food, donate it to your local shelter. They can help distribute it, bring it to a pet pantry. If you know someone in your community who may have a short-term hospital stay, if you could foster that dog or cat until they return, it makes all the difference. It makes all the difference. And so if you go to our website, humanesociety.org, there's all the information about how we're working, where we're working, who we're partnering with, how you can support our efforts, and what you can do in your own communities to really get at this national crisis.
Thank you, Kitty, so much for letting us know that and giving us insight into what you guys are doing. It is so important. As I mentioned, pets are our family. I have a dog myself, and I can only imagine to not be able to provide, and you guys are helping families do that. So thank you so much for coming on today.
Thank you for having us. Thank you.
To learn more about the Humane Society of the United States and their latest campaign, be sure to visit the website right there on your screen.